Hey guys, Sword Brian here today bringing you guys another YouTube video. And this is the 9th episode in the Stick Fight series, Infinite vs. Jiren. Now, both of these characters are one of the strongest antagonists in their respective series, pushing both of their main characters to break through their limits and use a power never used before. These guys had power that shocked everyone. Both of these characters had power that had gone beyond imagination. But who would win? Jiren versus Infinite. Now, let's start off with Jiren. Jiren is a warrior who is stronger than his god of destruction, and gods of destruction have enough power to destroy universes with the very shockwave of their battles. Jiren has surpassed his god of destruction, and his power goes beyond that of Merge Zamasu. And I'm not sure if this actually happens in the manga or not. The Supreme Kai said that Jiren's suppressed power was the most powerful force that the Z fighters had ever had to face. And this includes a Zamasu who turned into the entire universe, and his power was so great that it was being felt across the timelines. And if we go by the manga, this also means that Jiren was more powerful than an entire army of Merge Zamasus that spanned against the entire Earth. So yeah, Jiren's power is incredible. But does Jiren have any skill? And the answer is no, he doesn't have skill. And this is shown throughout the entire time when he was on screen, with characters who are constantly outmaneuvering and confusing Jiren with their strategies against him. And I know this is anime only, but Jiren got outsmarted by Goku, and because of that, Jiren almost got eliminated. But luckily for Jiren, this fight isn't taking place on a tournament stage, so they can fall out for all I care. But Jiren has incredible power and is basically a gigantic tank. Like in the anime, he was able to tank continuous punches from Super Saiyan Blue, Vegeta, without even getting a single scratch. And if you think that's impressive, then you're going to be really impressed, because Jiren was able to tank a Kaioken times 20 Goku, Kamehameha, a Evolution Blue Vegeta, Final Flash, who has a strength equal or above that of Kaioken times 20 Goku, and Android 17 using an energy attack of his own. And Jiren tanked all of this energy with the mere presence of his ki alone. He didn't even have to block the attack. His energy was so great and massive that he was able to make all three of these fighters' strongest attacks look like nothing in comparison. His power was so great that his ki alone was able to overpower and destroy all of these blast attacks. Couple that with Jiren having a variety of blast attacks of his own, one of which was so powerful it terrified Goku to the point where Goku completely gave up for a moment against Jiren. Overall, Jiren may not be the most skillful warrior, but where he lacks in skill, he most definitely makes up in his power. But that's enough about Jiren. Now it's time for Infinite. Infinite is a fighter who started off as a Jackal, who was the leader of the Jackal Squad mercenary group. And back then, Infinite was known as the ultimate mercenary. And he did not have this title for no reason. He actually was able to tear through a bunch of Eggman's robots, and this was before Infinite got the Phantom Ruby. Infinite could even keep up with Shadow. Okay, no he couldn't. But after that fight, Infinite snapped. He needed power, and Dr. Eggman had it. When Infinite got the Phantom Ruby, his power was unrivaled. In fact, when the Phantom Ruby was still in development and in its power process, he was able to nearly kill Shadow. In fact, when the Phantom Ruby was still developing Infinite's power, Infinite made a whole illusion that would have killed Shadow if Shadow wasn't strong enough to fight through the illusions. And then when the Phantom Ruby is fully charged, Infinite can make a dimension that I dubbed the Red Chaos Dimension. Basically, you didn't move from the place that you were standing, but it basically makes the world around you chaotic. There's spikes everywhere, energy beams everywhere, spikes, like I said, cannons, enemies, and all that sort of things. This doesn't last forever though, but it does last for a long enough time for it to do some major damage. But that's not all Infinite can do. Infinite can create clones of nearly everyone as long as they're not stronger than himself. And Infinite can even make clones of himself. And he can make clones of other characters with their own memories. And he can also do basic things like flying, shooting energy lasers, and attacks. And he even has an anti-gravity attack, which basically means he can make an area have little to no gravity. Infinite can also use his attack similar to the boost that was demonstrated most prominently in his fight against Silver, where they were both having a boost struggle. But his illusions isn't all he has. He is also a good hand-to-hand combat fighter, being able to beat Sonic in hand-to-hand combat, and for most of his Ultimate Mercenary life, he was using hand-to-hand combat, and he used his sword here and there. But with all that being said, Infinite isn't perfect. Far from it, in fact. Infinite actually is overconfident to a stupid degree, and he makes dumb decisions. Like when he fought the Custom Hero. Obviously the Custom Hero had no chance against Infinite, so Infinite just toyed with the Custom Hero. And then when Infinite was like, okay, I had my fun, time to kill the Custom Hero, the Custom Hero activated the Prototype Ruby and was able to completely negate the effects of Infinite's illusions, aka Infinite's main driving force of his power. And you want to know what Infinite did when the Custom Hero did this? You're gonna love this one. Infinite, okay? Infinite was like, that's strange. He negated my most powerful asset? Well, I guess he ain't worth my time. But my god, what kind of retard would just leave, like, he negated your most powerful asset, and he isn't worth your time? What is wrong with you, Infinite? But with the end of that rant, who would win, Infinite or Jiren? Okay, with that being over, why did Jiren lose? Well, it's quite simple. The power difference between Infinite is clear. Now, Infinite was able to defeat Sonic, and Sonic is high reality tier / hyperversal, and if you want to really get into this, his base could even be close to having outer versal levels of power in his base form. And Infinite beat Sonic in seconds. Jiren at most would be a high multiversal, and that's at most. So that's why Infinite did win. But Jiren is still an incredibly strong warrior. His power spans that of even most characters in fiction probably wouldn't want to fight Jiren. Jiren is just a huge powerhouse, and his power is absolutely incredible. But it always comes that time of day when I have to say, bye!
A, B, C, D, E, F, G